are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So Imani Ellis, who sued Cardi B earlier this year, basically has filed a motion for a new trial against Cardi B, claiming her lawyer was threatened and assaulted by Cardi B's attorney, that Cardi threw a pen at someone during trial, and that hidden witnesses and judge errors made the verdict unfair. Okay? So it looks like Imani's trying to appeal the motion that, Cardi B did not have to cough up, I think it was like $10 million for allegedly assaulting Ellis back in 2018 when Cardi B was pregnant. Okay, so Imani was like a security guard or something at a doctor's office, and she basically was trying to get videos or photos of Cardi B. Imani did not get any money from Cardi B. The verdict was ruled in Cardi B's favor, but now she's saying, listen, I want to appeal this whole thing because things weren't done the right way. Okay, she's saying that the judge was biased, that Cardi B was tampering with witnesses, and, Cardi B's lawyer was threatening and bullying her lawyer. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about it. I think Imani probably should hang it up. No shade, because I just don't feel like you're going to win the appeal. I think you got to do a new case. Now, if you got new evidence, that would make more sense. But trying to say that the lawyer was threatening your lawyer and bullying your lawyer, I don't know if that's going to work in court. Okay? I feel like maybe she got to give more examples. Now, Cardi B did throw a pen at somebody because somebody asked her if, Off the Cheat was the father of her child back when she was pregnant. And I do feel like she should have got reprimanded for that, or that should have been brought up in court, because I feel like Cardi B does show tendencies of violence, but people brush it under the rug because guess what? She's Latina. Okay, so that's why people don't really call her out on it. But I do feel like that should have got brought up, in my opinion. Now, a lot of fans believe that Nicki Minaj accidentally revealed her album title. Okay. Now, she posted on X a preview of the track list. She says she added 2 songs to the track list, totaling 16. But there is Nicki on the top of the screenshot that she posted. A lot of fans believe that she is teasing the album title, which allegedly is called Nicki. I like Onika better. Obviously it's up to Nicki Minaj and what she wants to do, but I like the album title Onika better than Nicki. Okay? Maybe she just put Nicki to throw the fans off. That's what some fans are speculating. But I like the album title Onika better than Nicki, in my opinion. Not only that, a lot of fans are speculating that Travis Scott is also on her album. Now, the reason why fans are speculating that is because he was in Japan with Kanye West performing. And I guess allegedly something got teased that he's on the album. Okay? Now, he was on the F the Club Up remix with Sexy Red and Chris Brown. And I like the remix, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't really care for Travis like that. I don't know. That's just me personally. I want something or somebody that she hasn't really worked with before. I know he has a big fan base, but they didn't listen to the F the Club Up remix. They didn't support that. But I know he has a big fan base, and maybe, the next collaboration between Nicki and Travis, more people will support it. Okay. But I don't really like his music like that. Like, I don't know. I like some music, but then I don't at the same time, because I feel like he uses too much auto-tune. So that's just me personally. Now, moving on from that, it has been some speculation that Megan Thee Stallion is the blame for Klay Thompson playing poorly in basketball, okay? It has been reported that the Dallas Mavericks fans blame Megan Thee Stallion for Klay Thompson's poor performance this season. His talent has been sucked out of him. That's what the fans are saying. And there's also some speculation that he could possibly get traded because he's been playing poorly since, the last few games, especially since he's been out and about with Megan. Now, me personally, I don't watch basketball like that, so I really don't know if that is true or not because I don't watch basketball. But I feel like we got to hold the men accountable, okay? Just because a man gets in a relationship with somebody and they start all of a sudden, sucking or being terrible in their field, we can't always blame the person they're in a relationship with, okay? I remember y'all did that with Sierra and Russell Wilson, okay? Sometimes men have a hard time multitasking, okay? It could be that. It could be he has other things on his mind, right? But that would be a him problem. That's not necessarily a Megan Thee Stallion problem. If you can't multitask, you're not going to be able to do anything in any type of work environment, okay? Life is about multitasking. When he's on the court, he needs to focus. And maybe he should spend more time training instead of doing trips with Megan Thee Stallion. Maybe that could be it too. Okay, so I don't really blame Megan for this. I think that this could be the case of him not being able to multitask, maybe him feeling the pressure of the relationship, but I wouldn't necessarily blame Megan Thee Stallion for something like this. But let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, moving on from that, Kim K does have to come to the front of the congregation and receive 50,000 lashings. Kim K admitted that she does cheat when she takes the bar exam. She's taken it many of times. And she previously revealed that she used ChatGPT. Now, she has flunked the bar for probably the 5th time. And she said, well, I'm not a lawyer yet. I just play a very well-dressed one on TV. I don't know about that. Some of the outfits look a little bit tacky, in my opinion. She says, 6 years into the law journey, and I'm still all in until I pass the bar. No shortcuts, no giving up. Just more studying and even more determination. Thank you to everyone who has supported and encouraged me along the way so far. Falling short isn't failure. It's fuel. I was so close to passing the exam, and it only motivates me even more. Let's go, okay? Here's my thing with Kim K. The reason why you didn't pass is because at the end of the day, you're using ChatGPT, which you heavily admitted. Here are the receipts. She did the Vanity Fair lie detector test, okay, for the, new show that she got on Hulu with Tiana Taylor, Nicki Minaj, and, a few other icons. And she said that she used ChatGPT to study for her law exam and blames it for her failing. Okay, so she did that lie detector test, and she admitted that she cheats when she takes the bar because you're not supposed to use ChatGPT if you're studying for the exam. That's cheating. You're supposed to read the books. You need to be in school. You need to have a tutor. That's what you need to be doing. You always trying to take a shortcut and you talking about, oh, no shortcuts. You just try to take one. Okay. And then she was saying how she would screenshot the answers that ChatGPT gives her. Okay. And, try to use to see if it would be on the exam. Like, this girl is a bimbo. She do not need to be no lawyer. I do not want my lawyer, which, I wouldn't use Kim anyway. But hypothetically, because she wants to be a trial lawyer. Okay. Like one of those criminal attorneys. I would not want a lawyer that I am, using, having no ChatGPT on any device they own and using that to pass a bar exam. Like, that's ridiculous. Okay. I think Kim needs to hang up the lawyer thing. Nobody's going to take you seriously as a lawyer. Okay. Especially when you admitted that you're using ChatGPT. Like, goodness gracious. Every day I realize that Kim is just a bimbo with a big butt. Now, moving on to Katy. Katy Cat's Band-Aids debuts at 101 on the global Palify chart with 1.6 million streams. Let me know if that's a bop or flop for Katy. I feel like this is definitely a bop for Katy, especially since, the chart-obsessed racists try to sabotage her and release, another version of Ophelia on streaming. Okay, she has like 15,000 versions, and she released the same day Katy dropped her song on purpose. So I feel like this is really good for Katy. So I'm proud of her. Now, in some more weirder news, Orlando Bloom and his new girlfriend are stalking and being weird towards Katy. I guess this is the mistress that he allegedly left Katy for, allegedly. But Orlando Bloom spent Halloween with his new fling, actress Rachel Lynn Matthews. She dressed up as his ex, Katy Perry, for when she went to space. Remember, there was a bunch of celebrities that went to space, and she was one of them. And he allowed his ex fling to dress up as Katy. That's giving me, well, I guess she fits the criteria for it, but it definitely gives white single female behavior, stalker, dateline behavior, weird, obsessed. I think Katy should probably get a restraining order. I think it looks a little bit, in my opinion, it's just weird. Like, why would you want to dress up as somebody's ex unless you're stalking them? Okay. I think Katy needs to take precaution and definitely up her security, do some sort of background check or something, because I feel like with people like that, you definitely don't want them around. Don't introduce that lady to your children. It's only going to get worse. And this is not me, being messy. This is me being real. We watch what happens on Lifetime and on Dateline every day. That relationship don't work out, and hypothetically Katy and Orlando Bloom get back together. Who do you think is going to show up at, her doorstep unannounced? The psychotic side piece, okay? So if I was her, I would definitely try to get a restraining order on Becky with the good hair. No shade.